$60,000 for women if US troops enter Iran? Tehran's shocking invasion plan reportedly revealed. Tehran's reward scheme. If US troops enter Iran, will they be hunted for cash under new bounty plan? Double the reward for Iranian women to target American soldiers? Tehran's extraordinary promise raises the stakes. Iran ups the stakes for Trump if the US president greenlights an invasion, as Tehran prepares for a possible ground war. Iran prepares for US ground war. Army offers cash, honor, and even museum fame for those who fight back. Mojtaba's army ready for battle in the skies and on land with America, as Tehran prepares for the worst-case scenario. Iran has reiterated calls for the capture or killing of US troops in the event of a potential American ground invasion. The Iranian army has doubled the bounty for a US soldier captured or killed by a female Iranian national, raising the stakes further. The Iranian army spokesperson reportedly offered women a cash reward of 10 billion tirmans, or $60,000, for an American soldier. This means a female Iranian would receive double the standard bounty offered for capturing or killing a US soldier. Currently, Iran has offered 5 billion tirmans, or $30,000, as a reward for capturing any American soldier. The Iranian army also offered to purchase the weapon used in the capture for double its original price, adding another incentive. The weapon will be preserved in a museum as a source of pride, the Iranian army spokesperson claimed, outlining an extraordinary reward. The Iran general said, and I quote, "Any member of the armed forces or any of our dear citizens who legally possesses a hunting firearm, and who kills or captures invading US forces in the event of a ground incursion into our territory, will receive a reward of 5 billion tirmans or $30,000. The weapon will be purchased at twice its price and preserved in a museum prepared by the army. It will remain there throughout history as a source of pride, bearing the name of its owner, and the army will present the owner with a similar weapon." End quote. Iran's army chief has announced a $30,000 reward for capturing or killing US troops, escalating Tehran's threats against American forces. Top General Habibullah Hatami said the bounty would apply to American soldiers who attack Iranian territory, according to reports. Hatami claimed the reward would be funded through private contributions from Iranians, rather than directly through the state. If any Iranian captures or kills a US soldier who attacks our soil, they will be rewarded, Hatami reportedly said. Hatami also said Iranian women would receive twice the standard reward for capturing or killing US troops, adding another startling element to the threat. The remarks by the Iranian general were reportedly made during a gathering with journalists, where he outlined the proposed bounty. Notably, Iran has called US invasion plans delusional, while insisting that its borders remain safe and secure against any attack.
Any dear fighter who kills or captures an American and hands him over to any unit of the Islamic Republic of Iran army, with the support of those dear ones willing to participate in financial jihad, will receive, in addition to the great reward of jihad, and under the Army's guarantee, a generous gift equivalent of $30,000. The criminal U.S. president says, "I want to declare the Strait of Hormuz as part of the U.S. territory of crime." First of all, you are dead wrong. Of course, after they realized what a huge mistake they had made, they said they were joking. But even the joke itself is utterly wrong.
Remember, Iran has previously announced large bounties targeting US President Donald Trump amid threats of retaliation. In May, Iranian lawmaker Ebrahim Azizi claimed that a $50 million reward for Trump's head had been proposed. An Iranian lawmaker has called for Gulf rulers who host US bases to be added to Tehran's list of revenge targets. The MP accused the ruling families of Bahrain, the UAE, and Saudi Arabia of playing a role in the war against Iran. Amir Hossein Sabaiti says Gulf rulers played a role in Ali Khamenei's killing, according to Iran International. Sabaiti specifically named Bahrain's Al Khalifa, the UAE's Al Noyan, and Saudi Arabia's Al Saud ruling families. The MP questioned why Iranian officials apologized to Arab states on the fifth day of the war, as Tehran attempted to ease regional anger over strikes targeting US facilities. The comments signal continuing pressure from Iranian hardliners for a tougher response against Arab leaders who maintain US military ties. Washington's Gulf allies are reportedly growing frustrated with Trump's handling of Iran, as continuing attacks deepen fears that US diplomacy is not delivering lasting security. Saudi Arabia, the UAE, Qatar, Kuwait, and Bahrain are now united in their anger, according to the Washington Post, despite differing interests and long-standing rivalries inside the Gulf. Gulf leaders reportedly fear Trump cannot manage the diplomacy needed to secure peace with Iran, particularly while the region remains exposed to missile, drone, and proxy attacks. The concern follows Trump's repeated threats against Iran that were later withdrawn, often after Washington cited progress in negotiations that did not end regional violence. Washington also pointed to movement in talks, even as Iran and its allied groups continued launching attacks that kept Gulf states on edge.
Upgrade your news experience with the all-new HT app. Download now.
$25 करोड़ गरीब गरीबी को परास्त करके बाहर निकले।
For the good of our nation, let's work together and let's truly make America great again.
The fastest news breaks.
Requested PM saying that look, you'll have to speak to Putin and to Zelensky.
The biggest news makers.
The relationship with India is probably the most important bilateral relationship the U.S. will have for the rest of this century.
The capital delivered quite an election result today.
Expert analysis.
The million-dollar question today is how to stop this dance of death.
Ground reports.
I'm standing at the crossroad of the Kumbh Mela. Behind me are more than 100 entry ghats.
Long-form interviews.
Exclusionary politics is reflected in Manipur case as well. You don't bother because this is a small state.
Have you ever wondered what happens when a banking dynasty meets tides of world history, intrigue, and a dash of myth?
Why exactly did the US topple the Sheikh Hasina government?
HT videos. We don't just break news, we break it down.
$25 करोड़ गरीब गरीबी को परास्त करके बाहर निकले।
For the good of our nation, let's work together and let's truly make America great again.
The fastest news breaks.
Requested PM saying that look, you'll have to speak to Putin and to Zelensky.
The biggest news makers.
The relationship with India is probably the most important bilateral relationship the U.S. will have for the rest of this century.
The capital delivered quite an election result today.
Expert analysis.
The million-dollar question today is how to stop this dance of death.
Ground reports.
I'm standing at the crossroad of the Kumbh Mela. Behind me are more than 100 entry ghats.
Long-form interviews.
Exclusionary politics is reflected in Manipur case as well. You don't bother because this is a small state.
Have you ever wondered what happens when a banking dynasty meets tides of world history, intrigue, and a dash of myth?
Why exactly did the US topple the Sheikh Hasina government?
HT videos. We don't just break news, we break it down.